been another beautiful day here at the farm, and I just sit here and I enjoy the view. You can see the three Campbell boys, Nia, Nebo, and Nebby. They are so much fun to sit and watch. But I've had dinner tonight, and I was just thinking, what can I do for breakfast in the morning that's going to be quick and easy, so I can spend less time in the kitchen and more time with my family. I think I have decided to make my simplified version of my cinnamon rolls. Several years ago, my Aunt Rudine gave me a sourdough bread starter, and I made sourdough bread and hot rolls and cinnamon rolls using this bread starter. The only thing about it is it took me several hours from start to finish to make this bread or cinnamon rolls. About 3 or 4 years ago, I discovered a frozen cinnamon roll called Rhodes Rolls, and I began substituting the Rhodes Rolls for my homemade cinnamon rolls. And I found out that they were almost as good, and I could even sneak it by people that it was homemade. It's about time to go to bed, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make these cinnamon rolls. And once I'm done making them, I'm going to let them rise all night long, and when I get up in the morning, I'll finish baking them, and they'll be hot, warm, and delicious. So what I do, I start out with 3/4 cup of melted butter. To this, I add 3/4 cup of brown sugar. You always get it good and packed in there. I add 2 tablespoons of milk. And 1 tablespoon of light corn syrup. I also add 3/4 cup of chopped pecans because my family likes nuts. I give this a good stir. And this is going to make a caramel mixture that's going to be on the bottom of the cinnamon rolls to give it that little added extra kick of being homemade. I take a 9x13 pan, and I'm going to spray it lightly with Pam, and I'm going to pour the caramel mixture in the bottom. Do y'all realize how easy this is? I spread it out. I have my package of Rhodes Rolls, and you can find these in any grocery store in the frozen section. And there's 12 in a bag, and I am going to place them inside this pan. There you have 12 cinnamon rolls. Also in the bag is some icing that we're going to use in the morning. So I'll just put this in the refrigerator and let it go ahead and thaw out. And after the rolls come out of the oven and they're really hot, I will squeeze this over the top oven in the morning. But I'll put them in the refrigerator tonight. I take foil and I spray it lightly with Pam. And the reason I do that, as these cinnamon rolls begin to rise, I don't want them to stick to my foil, and then when I go to pull the foil off to bake them, it will punch them back down. So I lightly spray the PAM on it. And then I am going to set them in a non-drafty place in my oven. And I am going to let them proof and rise till in the morning. Now, how simple is this? Hey, good morning, everyone. Remember last night we made those cinnamon rolls? Well, we're going to check them out and see how they have risen through the night. Oh, those look yummy. I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and then I'll pop them in for a few minutes. The cinnamon rolls are out of the oven, and don't they look homemade? And it'll always be our little secret. But the Rhodes Rolls comes with 2 bags of this icing, and you just snip the end of it and squirt it on top of the cinnamon rolls. So we have, whoops, it's going off the side. We have icing on top, and remember that caramel bottom that we added to it last night? Well, when the cinnamon rolls raise up during the night, that caramel stuff just kind of oozes up with it. It is so good. So when you dip them out of your pan, dip it and then flip it over where the caramel pecans sit on top of your cinnamon roll when you serve it. So we started last night with making that very simple caramel pecan bottom, and then we plopped those frozen cinnamon rolls on top of the caramel mixture, and we let it rise all night. We baked them this morning for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we squirted that delicious icing on top. I'm going to serve one up. And there you have, my friends, the caramel bottom and the yumminess of that homemade cinnamon roll. Easy peasy. Enjoy.